Good evening, agents. This LP of No One Lives Forever will self-destruct in 14 minutes. So we find ourselves in eastern Germany, as our mission is to collect some intel from various contacts around the area. The theory behind it is, well, if one of them gets compromised, the entire mission won't be hacked.
Fraulein, do you make love to strangers?
Certainly not.
Then allow me to introduce myself.
Why not just introduce yourself to a police officer and spare me the trouble?
Who makes up these ghastly code phrases anyway?
Someone in the cryptography department. Someone in need of a girlfriend, apparently. What do you have for me?
Just this. The entrance is hidden.
Thank you.
Good luck.
And so with one piece of intel in hand, it sounds like our next one is already calling for us.
Hello.
Are you free tonight, or will it cost me?
More than you can afford.
Why must I be made to say such idiotic things?
Never mind that. Just tell me what you have.
I was told to say, in the basement.
Thank you.
Tell the person who wrote the code phrase to grow up.
I think one of the things I like most about the dialogue in this game is that in this mission in particular, you can tell that not only is Kate exasperated with the code phrases, the guys themselves saying it are, and that's just, it's amazing.
Leave me alone.
Well, if you insist.
Want to come in for a game of Twister?
I'd rather run over you with my car.
These code phrases have a somewhat confessional tone to them, don't you think?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
And so now we have to go upstairs and knock on room 205. You can knock on more than one room. You can knock on any room in the hallway, actually, but most of the time you won't get a response.
Nobody's home.
I don't believe you.
It says, of the library.
And so with one more contact to see, we'll just make our merry way back downstairs, and then, well, we have all 4 pieces of the code phrase, and we'll be ready to move on. The bar is actually located a little bit out of the way. It's down the alleyway to the left where we started. Luckily, this is a really small area, so it's pretty much impossible to get turned around. By the way, beer is beer in German. Who knew?
Would you like a drink?
You are the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Can you cook and clean too?
No, but I can put you in the hospital if you want. Maybe you can find someone to take care of you there. Maybe.
What sort of imbecile says things like this?
I'm afraid to find out.
By the way, I am supposed to tell you this. Behind the shelf.
Thanks.
Please don't think that I enjoyed saying those things to you. Even though the words were not mine, I am so disgusted with myself that I must return home and wash myself with soap.
Don't worry about it.
You are a kind young woman. I wish you luck.
The entrance is hidden in the basement of the library behind the shelf.
And so with our completed code phrases, now we just have to make our way inside the compound, which should be easy enough, right?
What are you doing here?
I found this money on the ground outside. I thought it might be yours.
Ausgezeichnet. Go quickly. Do not get caught.
We have a small piece of intel here, and, yeah, man, you look really, inconspicuous there. On a related note, if anybody knows what want to go out for a rack of fizzle means, please, let me know.
Haha! Did she really say that to you? Yeah, can you believe it?
So what did you do?
What do you think I did? I know what I would have done. Then you have your answer.
So, how was she?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
I thought you said you... You know.
What? I didn't say that. What did you say? Why do you even have to ask? I didn't think I had to ask, but I guess Harry's wrong. You should get your mind out of the gutter. Get some Teufel.
For those curious, Get zum Teufel is go to hell in German. But here we find ourselves in the mandatory FPS sewer. It even has a helpful sign on the wall to let you know. And, as far as I remember, this is the only sewer level in the game, so enjoy it while it lasts. Now, this is the first mission where you really get to sort of, exercise your stealth muscles. And it can be a little challenging, because there's a lot of small things the game doesn't really make out to you, like, if you kill somebody within a certain range, it'll make noise and people will be alerted. It's a little arcane. But I'll be doing my best to stealth through most of this area. It does get me a little tripped up at the end, so, you know, spoilers, but yeah, I'm gonna be fairly quiet. First thing you'll probably want to do is kill this guy here. He comes up on these stairs, which is a excellent place to kill him out of sight of anybody. The next guy is right here on the corner, and if you shoot him, he's actually out of range of the camera, so no worries there. The actual thing you have to do here, however, is inside this little gatehouse is the controls for the gate, and you have to open that to go any further. But there's a camera, so you can't just shoot the guy in there, so you have to lure him out.
Who's there?
No one but us coins. Yeah, these cameras have some pretty glaring blind spots, but I'm okay with that. So with the gate open, and another guard and a guard tower taken out, we're good to continue on. Now, this next part can be a bit tricky, not because of that camera, but because of the, well, the guard's patrol routes out here. You can hear a guard out there, and this actually takes us back to the area we were first in before we first went into the sewer.
I heard it over there.
Yeah. Those two guards out by the truck, they're now patrolling around, and they can be a little tricky to get by. If you're quick and on your feet, and a little bit lucky, you can actually toss a lipstick grenade, and that will take them out of the picture pretty quickly. If they don't land
Maybe I just heard things.
if they don't land in the view of a camera, but I decided to take things a little bit more difficult this time because, well, I like it the hard way. The guard around the corner I don't want to shoot just yet because, well, they both have sort of a patrol route that stops right there at the corner. So, if one of them is killed in view of the other, well, one thing leads to another, blah blah blah. I briefly think about using the coin to get him inside here, but it's not really necessary. All you have to do is shoot the guard when he's in this alleyway, and he will be out of view of both cameras. Now, if you have the body disposal powder, well, this is pretty much over and done with. But I don't. So there's still the other guard we have to take care of, too. His patrol route would probably lead him to see that body. So just shoot him when he's on the other side of the van, and you're good to go. Beautiful. So with both of the guards and those guard towers taken care of, we don't have to worry too much about getting seen in this courtyard. But there are 3 guards in the area, and one of them is already looking around for us. Yeah. So there's one patrolling around in the main area, one patrolling around on the wall off to the right, and way far in the distance you might be able to see a guard behind the boxes there. And if you take him out, the other guard will see it and go panic and say, "Ah, somebody died," but then you can take him out too. Damn, I'm good. There is one more guard off to the right side, and he's pretty oblivious to life. In the next area, through this little hallway, there are 3 more guards, 2 in guard towers, and 1 patrolling around. But they're not the biggest threat here. The biggest threat is hubris. Also, I don't think getting caught in the spotlights will do anything, but it's still probably best not to get caught in the spotlights. I say as I immediately get caught in a spotlight. So, take out the guard in the guard tower first, because that will stop the roving spotlight, and also give you a little bit more leeway on your adventuring around. And then I'm going to try and lure that guard into this alleyway, because at the far side is another guard tower. And that guard has pretty good vision, so you don't want him to see the wrong thing. Unfortunately, not being able to peek around the corner means you don't get a good view of the guard or where he's out, so you just have to maybe listen for footsteps or any vocalizations, or just toss coins blindly. That's what I do.
Who's there?
Now, you might be thinking, "Oh, doggy, so cute." But these dogs will give you away. They'll start barking and yeah. So we'll take out this guard on this tower. And unfortunately the dogs must be put down. God, I feel like a monster. Anyway, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guards to go. And unfortunately this is where things go straight to hell. See, this guy in here, he's in view of a camera, so you can't easily take him out. He's also right next to a alarm button. And on the other side of that little gate there is another guard. So, what I would like to do is open the gate, take out the guard, and move around to the other side. That's not what's actually going to happen.
Who's this here? I thought I heard it over there.
See, and this is where I was talking about the sound or stealth can be a little bit finicky sometimes with what exactly gets noticed.
Get the entire army. I don't want to. Alarm!
Yeah, I don't know how that guy heard anything, but well, it's alright, we're mostly living. If at any point the alarm gets sprung for this area, you have to pop into this little side room. And the side room has the alarm button, and you have to turn that off before you can proceed. That's it. That's all there is to this mission. Just one piece of intel, and then, yeah. So I almost made it through as the Master of Stealth, but mistakes were made. Screw you, camera. So yeah. That's going to be it for this mission. Please join me next time when we continue Berlin by Night.